What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? So this one here is going to be part 2, or this is going to be the niche version or the luxury version for 10 out of 10 perfect fragrances. So this is going to be niche but also luxury designer, okay? So the first one that I'm going to talk about is from the house of Acqua di Parma, and that is Juniper di Sardegna. So some of the notes are juniper, pepper, spices, and bergamot. Now, from the Blue Mediterranean line, which is this, they're all considered unisex, but I think that this is definitely a lot more masculine, and I don't know if I would really want to smell this on a lady. You can, but the spices in this one makes it a very manly fragrance, and this is definitely a beast in the opening. I think that this is, you know what, like, the Blue Mediterranean line are more of the summer, springtime fragrances, but this very one here, I think that you could use for the autumn as well. A lot of the fragrances from the Blue Mediterranean line are considered probably more so day fragrances, but this, guys, would be an amazing evening fragrance. Suit and tie, but you could also wear this dress down as well. So the first one is from the house of Acqua di Parma, and that is Juniper di Sardegna. Second one that I wish to talk about, to make it a 10 out of 10, is actually a decant from my very close friend, one of my closest friends in the community, and that is Neroli Portofino, and that friend is Freddy Photo 1. So I think that this is a perfect 10 out of 10. Some of the notes are orange flower, citrus, neroli, and amber. Now, this is definitely a compliment getter in my opinion. I love clean, fresh, soapy fragrances, and that is this one. Some people are probably not going to like this one. I prefer, when it comes to the Tom Ford Private Blend, their freshies and not their heavy hitters like Tobacco Oud or Tobacco Vanille or Oud Wood and all those heavy hitters. I don't really like the really potent stuff, but from their blue bottled one, I really don't know what that line is considered, but it's their freshies. This one here I absolutely adore, including the Azzurro Lime, I believe it is. This is, if you don't want to pay the Tom Ford price tag, look into Neroli, Bright Neroli from Ferrari. So this one here, as my friend Lupe would say from the Lupe experience, shout out to Lupe, this is a modern day classic. So that is my second one for 10 out of 10. Tom Ford Neroli Portofino. The third one I want to talk about is another luxury fragrance from the designer house, and that is Salvatore Ferragamo from the Tuscan scent, White Mimosa. Now, I did a review of this one with Mark Robes Away. Some of the notes are ambrette, mimosa, vanilla, white flowers, and iris. This is an amazing fragrance, guys. This is totally unisex. It's a gentleman's fragrance. This is sexy. Now, the Tuscan scent, this actually came out late last year in 2014. So the black bottles, the Tuscan scent, are eau de parfum concentration. And the, I don't want to say it's the lower line, but like a step down would be the Tuscan Soul line, I believe it is, from the Quintessential, something like that. They have some amazing fragrances from the house of Ferragamo when it comes to their luxury blends. I really think that, I really hope, I should say, that a lot of you guys really look into it. Some of my reviewers, including some of my fragsters out there, really look into this one. So my third one is from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, the Tuscan scent line, White Mimosa. The fourth one I wish to talk about is another luxury designer. Well, it's from the designer house of Hugo Boss and their luxury line, and that is Silk and Jasmine from the collection line. This fragrance, oh my goodness! So this is the my very first large purchase when it comes to fragrances. I spent $200 Canadian on this one. So some of the notes are, well, actually there's only 4 notes: jasmine, honey, vanilla, and clove. Totally unisex. This is sexy. The honey is so well blended. That is the I get honey and vanilla the most when it comes to this fragrance, the two main notes. And this is very smooth and very well blended. I hope that a lot of you guys out there can look into the collection line. Some of the fragrances are absolutely works of art. There's a few that are kind of like past, like Damask Oud. I know that Dan Mickers loves that one. My Mickers loves that one. But this one here, it would be one of my very favorite, including Velvet Amber. I did a review of this one with Al, and the two other reviewers that touched about any fragrances from this line are Moody Boo and Fragrances with Steve, which he did this one as well. So Hugo Boss, the collection, Silk and Jasmine would be my fourth one. And the last one that I wish to talk about is from the house of Bois 1920, and that is Sushi Imperiale. So some of the notes would be cinnamon, vanilla, sandalwood, tonka bean, and star anise. This is one of the sexiest fragrances that I have ever smelled, including one of the best gourmands. This is total unisex. This is pretty much apple pie, like warm apple pie, cinnamon, and vanilla ice cream, guys. You gotta look into this one. So from the last one there, Bois 1920 Sushi Imperiale. So those are my top 5 picks for 10 out of 10 when it comes to niche and the luxury line. I'll catch you later.